What if the most powerful way to lead has nothing to do with big speeches or grand gestures? What if it's actually quiet? We're so conditioned to look for those big, flashy moments of leadership. But real, lasting change? That often comes from the small things, the daily habits, kind of like a single drop of water that, over time, can shape an entire canyon.
The writer Margaret Atwood nailed it with this one. A single drop of water doesn't seem like much, right? It's almost nothing. But its persistence, wow, that's what makes it unstoppable. See, it's not about brute force. It's all about consistency. And that quiet power is exactly what we're going to dive into.
Okay, so how in the world does this apply to the crazy, fast-paced world of a restaurant? Well, it's about getting that your leadership isn't defined by that one big rah-rah team meeting you hold every few months. Nope, it's defined by the little things you do, or don't do, every single day.
And this really leads us to a choice every leader has to make, whether they know it or not. Are you a drip leader, using that gentle, constant pressure? Or are you a push leader, relying on those big, forceful bursts of energy that come and go?
So let's really break this down. The push style, well, it feels great in the moment, doesn't it? A huge announcement, a brand new initiative. But let's be honest, it usually just fizzles out and can totally lead to burnout. The drip style, on the other hand, is all about those small, daily, incremental actions. It might feel slower, for sure, but this is how you build real, lasting trust and create change that actually sticks.
So what do these small but mighty actions actually look like in the real world? Let's get super practical about what this means for your day-to-day grind.
Here they are, your 4 foundational drips. And look, they're not rocket science. It's about asking yourself, when a team member is talking to me, am I actually listening or just waiting to talk? Do I actually do what I say I'm going to do every single time? Am I giving little bits of feedback as they happen, or am I saving it all up for a formal review? And am I looking for those tiny coaching moments every day? These little drips are what build a rock-solid culture of accountability.
And look, this isn't just some nice feel-good philosophy. This is actually backed by some pretty solid math on how improvement really works. Let's take a look at the simple formula behind this whole idea.
1%. That's it. It sounds so small, doesn't it? Almost insignificant. But the power of getting just 1% better, day after day, is maybe one of the most underestimated forces for change out there.
The author James Clear talks about this a lot. The whole goal is to stop trying to make these massive, heroic changes that are impossible to keep up. Instead, just aim to get 1% better every day. Because of compounding, like compound interest, that tiny, tiny improvement adds up to something absolutely huge over a year.
And this idea even has a name, Kaizen. It's a Japanese philosophy that's been around forever, and it's built on this exact principle. Small, ongoing, positive changes lead to massive improvements. And you know why it's so effective? Because it's not scary. Big, sweeping changes freak people out, but tiny tweaks, drip by drip, that's something everyone can get behind.
Okay, so as you and your team are making all these small, consistent efforts, there is one more crucial drip that you absolutely cannot forget, and that is recognition.
I mean, think about it. If nobody ever acknowledges the progress you're making, you start to lose momentum, right? You just check out. Research is super clear on this. People become disengaged when their hard work isn't seen. Celebrating those small wins, that's the fuel that keeps the whole engine running.
And a win doesn't have to be some giant, monumental achievement. Did the team just crush a ridiculously chaotic Friday night service? That's a win. Did somebody finally figure out why the POS system keeps crashing? That's a huge win. Acknowledging stuff like that proves to everyone that all the little efforts are actually worthwhile. It builds the momentum you need to tackle the next thing.
All right, so let's bring this all the way back to that first image of water and stone. The point isn't to be a tidal wave, crashing in once, making a huge splash, and then disappearing. The goal is to be the drip.
Because when it comes down to it, your restaurant's culture, it isn't shaped by a poster on the wall or some grand strategic plan. It's carved out slowly but surely by the sum of all your small, repeated daily actions. You are the drip.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. Don't try to do everything at once. That's that old push thinking. Just pick one. What is the one small, consistent action you're going to start tomorrow to begin carving your own canyon